United States, the country known well for being free.
Freedom of religion.
Free speech, what I'm saying now.
The right to vote.
And all of these amendments, listed in the Constitution or not, have been applied to all U.S. citizens naturalized to this country and are all equal.
But for certain groups in the United States, they just weren't as equal as others. They had to face poverty and unfair treatment, all for the silliest reasons.
And today we will discuss on how those groups will fight back and get the superiors to realize their equality.
Picture this. You are moved into a certain part of town, and you can only go into specific areas of stores, transportation, parks, schools, etc. Often the underprivileged area, may I add. And you are considered equal despite how you are separated from those with better rights and given less rights than them, all for this mere fact. You have a different skin color.
They did say equal, right?
But the African Americans were not allowed to be treated as apparently equal but separate. They were humans and deserved to be recognized as such.
Whoa, you have to drink from that.
So they fought back, and it all started with Rosa Parks and the Montgomery bus boycott.
Okay, lady, another passenger's getting on, so let's move back.
No thank you. My feet hurt. But he can have the back if he wants.
Funny, I thought you'd just get up and leave. Let's go, now!
No! Move away, you jack! When Rosa refused to give up her seat to a white passenger, she paid for it, but when the other blacks joined her and stopped using the bus, it would bankrupt the bus drivers in Alabama pretty hard.
The boycott was a success and eventually led to the end of the separation on the bus.
It would also inspire other parts of the movement, such as peaceful protests.
What do we want?
Equal or nothing!
When do we want it?
Now!
Equal or nothing!
Equal or nothing!
Equal or nothing!
Would you get out of here?
Nothing.
And finally, it would all end with one man and his noble peace-winning speech, containing his permanently inspirational words of wisdom.
Because I have a dream that my four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Ever since the 1940s, Mexico had struggles with the United States ever since they lost their land to become the states. And these struggles would only increase for the Mexican Hispanic immigrants moving into them.
Much like the blacks, those born U.S. citizens believe that the immigrants, otherwise known as Chicano, should have separate but equal rights.
The Treaty of Hidalgo has been broken. It is but another treacherous promise. My land is lost and stolen. My culture has been raped.
The most well-known fight for Chicano rights is the Grape Boycott, a method used to get others to recognize the United Farm Workers. Many grape pickers went on strike.
Ta-da!
And because it would be unfair to deny the education of any citizen simply because they could not speak English, the Equal Opportunity Act of 1974 was passed to provide bilingual education programs.
This would lead to the growth of Chicano philosophy and the creation of the Spiritual Plan of Aztlan. We conclude that social, economic, cultural, and political independence is the only road to total liberation from oppression, exploitation, and racism. Our struggles then must be for the control of our barrios, campos, pueblos, lands, our economy, our culture, and our political life.
So, when did I become president? Because of these apparently inspirational words of the Chicanos, whatever they said, and he gave them the right to vote.
Thank you. Thank you. I shall recognize them as humans now.
Now.
Ever since the beginning of time, homosexuality has been discovered in many animal species and discriminated in only one.
Could you ladies not show so much affection in public? You might embarrass other people.
The Bible declares it wrong. It is a disgrace against nature. Marriage should be between a man and a woman, nothing more.
A very accurate description of America indeed.
Much like other movements, after the protests and public affections, it has been legalized. But there is hope that 6 may turn into 50, due to evolving views in the United States by President Barack Obama.
But once the rights for these groups were established, the amendment could be read off with confidence. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof
Are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law
which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States.
Nor shall any state deprive of any person of life, liberty, or property
without due process of law,
nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction
Equal protection of laws.
equal rights for